From a 42-foot snake crossing a river to a titanic serpent caught in a snare, these giant snake sightings may just be the Titanoboa. Up first, the king snake. If any snake on Earth were to be a Titanoboa, surely the largest snake ever discovered would fit the bill. Now, genetically, this may be an anaconda, but that's not important. This creature was captured in Brazil by a front-end loader after it was spotted during a clear cut by a logging company. This immense snake is 33 feet long and weighed over 500 pounds. Snakes this massive really have no threats except for front-end loaders. No capybara or caiman could handle this serpent. Allegedly, this snake was taken to scientists afterwards to be researched and analyzed. Next is a new titan. Turns out the greatest predator for the largest snake on Earth isn't some behemoth of a crocodile or a super buff jaguar, but construction machinery. This snake allegedly reached beyond the world record 33-foot snake and has actually broken into the 40-foot range, allegedly, which is the estimated size of Titanoboa. This sort of snake could easily handle anything else in the jungle, but not 3 tons of hydraulic-powered tool steel. Once caught, this creature sadly didn't last much longer, as construction equipment isn't exactly known to be gentle. It had to be carted away on a large truck, however, to handle its massive weight. Next is the tree climber. Titanoboa was an aquatic apex predator, hunting in the prehistoric rivers and jungles of South America. Titanoboa weighed up to 2,500 pounds and was thought to be water-bound, but the modern anaconda is a similarly aquatic creature and should be equally bound to the water, and yet anaconda do climb trees and have been known to hunt from them. Sure, this anaconda doesn't climb trees. This anaconda probably ate glue on the swing set, as it clearly can't seem to grasp that it may be too heavy for these very skinny trunks. Maybe Titanoboa was equally as thoughtless and was crushing full-size trees trying to climb them millennia ago. Next is the swimming serpent. Finally, we see Titanoboa doing what it was best at: wriggling around in the water. Jokes aside, anaconda can hold their breath for over 30 minutes, and it's likely Titanoboa was even more aquatically adapted and may have even been able to hold its breath for an hour or more. Add to that the powerful muscles that all boas and constrictors share, and you have a recipe for some fairly adept swimmers. This particular snake is absolutely immense, easily seeming to span the width of this entire Amazonian tributary. Honestly, of anything we've seen, this seems like one of the most legit. Next is a hillside horror. This behavior shown by this snake is an interesting one and raises a lot of questions. The snakes do not like to be outside of cover, and snakes do not like traveling long distances, and snakes really don't like traveling long distances uphill out of cover. So why then is this snake braving the risks to journey up this seemingly barren hillside? To some, this is just an especially bold snake, but others have a slightly different view. This snake is big, but it's not massive. Its ego, however, seems to be huge, which some have taken to mean this is a juvenile, and the only snake that this could be a juvenile of and be that large is the Titanoboa. The question remains, if Titanoboa are so bold, why don't we see them? Now for snared snake. Snakes can be a real problem for the people who have to actually deal with them. A chicken going missing by the riverbank is one thing when it's a pet, but something entirely different when it may have been your protein for a week. This snake had been causing these farmers some serious problems for some time now, and so they decided to set up a snare and catch the beast. Watching this big snake steam in at speed for this chicken is wild, but it ends up being caught literally inches from latching onto the live bait. Allegedly, anaconda tastes a lot like chicken, so the farmers probably won out in the end. Now for a bankside beast. This creature doesn't quite look like a full Titanoboa until you see it from its side and you can actually get a sense of its scale. This snake was basking on the bank for a few hours when this boat came by and the creature was caught on camera. When the boat comes to its side, we end up seeing the full length of the creature, which some have estimated to be as large as 42 feet in length, which absolutely puts this creature in the right length range for Titanoboa. However, we do think Titanoboa is probably much stockier than this snake. What do you think? And finally, the Meghalaya monster. The state of Meghalaya in northern India is full of lush forest and jungle, and allegedly some megalayas, because snakes lay down. Bad joke. This creature was chased out of a nearby village after having stolen a chicken from its coop. However, it was too big to be dealt with and scared the locals off when they approached, and so they simply followed it from a distance instead. We get to see the creature, allegedly 35 feet in length, slither out of the forest and cross this path, showing just how massive it is. Some have said this is an anaconda, but anaconda are not native to this area. What do you think? Those were terrifying giant snake sightings that might just be Titanoboa. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.